Anybody have any questions? None? Yes, I love questions. Yes. Oh, my beautiful model. How are you, darling? Yes.
How do you fight the ages? Because of the trends today, we're looking younger, and the mother of the bride doesn't want to look like the mother of the bride.
Oh, yes. The mother of the bride. How do we find a dress for the mother of the bride? I have to say, there is nothing more challenging than finding a dress for the mother of a bride. I give you my heart and my soul because finding a mother of the bride dress is the most difficult thing to do. But let me tell you a little way that it works, though. First of all, the mother of the bride is the first one to go shopping, and then the mother of the groom. The mother of the bride kind of sets the tone, and they really should go shopping right as soon as the bride has chosen her dress. And really, the bride should go with her to help her choose that dress as the mother went with the bride to help select her wedding gown. That way, it all flows together, and then the mother of the groom knows what to do in response to that, and it should all go together. It's hard for a mother bride because you don't want to look old, you don't want to look frumpy, and you're looking sexy at your age, but you don't want to look sexier than the bride. You know, it's hard. You want to look good, but you don't want to outshine the bride. It's a really difficult challenge. So that's why I think that taking the bride is a really good thing to do with you when shopping for that dress. So we're going to bring out some bridal trends here, some bridal gowns. I'm going to talk about the trends and that are happening right now in bridal fashion as we bring out these gowns and show you guys some things. Now, here we see ruching. Ruching is a woman's best friend. Diagonal ruching hides any kind of, figure issues that you might have. If you have a little tummy that you want to hide, it's great. Here we have lace, which lace has been around forever. It's going to be around forever. It really is synonymous with bridal. It's romantic. It's beautiful. We have a natural waist here with a little bit of crystal. It's beautiful. Gorgeous model. Okay. And pickups on the skirt, lots of dimension and texture. Here we have more pickups on the skirt, dimension all over the bodice. This has that real natural waist for the kind of the 1950s, which is, a natural waist is really good for a petite bride because it's going to make her legs look longer. And now, but if you have a lot of dimension up here, you want to be careful if you're full or busted that this just doesn't add bulk to that bust. So keep those things in mind. But lots of flowers, lots of dimension, lots of sparkle, everything on this gown. Beautiful. Okay. Now, what if you're having a destination wedding? Is anyone having a destination wedding? Raise your hand. Okay. If you are, maybe you want to go for a little short dress. The most important thing you have to think about is how are you going to get the dress there? So make sure you get a dress that's really packable. Lace is really great for that because it packs really well. Here we have a short little kicky number, very sexy. You know, it's definitely makes a statement. So for anybody that wants to make a statement, this says fun, flirty, sexy, and shoes. Okay, we're going to talk about shoes are one of the greatest accessories that girls are doing today. I would rather you spend $400 on a pair of good shoes that you will wear again and again and again than $40 on a pair of shoes that are going to end up in the back of the closet. Here, now, this is a gorgeous gown, and brides are going to love this, and I'm going to have a bride that's going to come in. She's going to be 4'10" and say, I want to wear this. And it's going to be hitting her like down here. So you really have to think about the gown that's right for your body and really what's right for your proportion. And the two things that I always tell brides to think about are silhouette and proportion. And you can just about wear any gown if the silhouette is right and the proportion is right. And all the proportions should be right. Okay, thank you so much. And when I say all the proportions, the accessories, the bouquet, I always say the bouquet shouldn't be bigger than your head, ladies. You don't want a big old bouquet that's really taking away from your beauty. It's one thing to have a gorgeous dress or a gorgeous bouquet. It's another thing to have a gorgeous bride. Bling, who doesn't want to sparkle on their wedding day, right? And be a princess. Tulle is really in. Here we have more dimension, texture, pickups, flowers. And here we have a long veil. Now, what are you going to do with a long veil at the reception? Does anybody know? You can bustle it. Has anybody seen a veil being bustled before? Okay, but let me show you how a veil bustles. I'm going to ask you to hold the microphone and turn sideways. How's that? Okay. Here we go. So here's what you do. Take it. Fold it in half. Do that. Pick it up. There we go. And put a hat pin right there. So you pick it up like that, put a little hat pin in it, and that's great for the first dance, or as long as she wants to wear it throughout the reception. You want to turn around so they can see you? There you go. So if you spend money on a veil and it has a lot of beautiful detail work and you want to wear it a little longer, then consider bustling it. Thank you so much. So, and I think these little fascinators, that are going to be very popular right now because of the royal wedding, and everybody was wearing little fascinators on their head. So, as far as accessories go, I have 2 rules for accessories. They're either going to elevate or depreciate your look. Choose them wisely. I would rather one great accessory than a whole bunch of collectibles that were bought in a set that just look inexpensive, because you want your look to really look beautiful and rich and expensive. So I think that about covers everything, unless anybody has any questions. I just want to thank everyone so much for letting me be here today. I think each and every one of you are beautiful, and I want you to remember that when you go out and purchase your wedding gown. The thing that I follow throughout my life are my 3 E's, and everything I do, this is what I stand for: educate, elevate, and empower. And I love educating the bride. I love to elevate her self-confidence, and I like to empower her to be able to not only go through the wedding process and choosing the wedding dress, but also throughout her life. And you have a question? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we've got a bride here, and she's got one bridesmaid that's 6'1" and one that's 5'3". So, you know what? Here's the reality. Women come in all shapes and sizes. And number one, you have to embrace that. Now, number one, think the dresses should all be in the same color and probably the same fabric, but you can go with different styles of dresses that are going to work, and find one that maybe, is just a different style of dress, maybe a different neckline or something like that, and that works with your body. Does that help? Okay. But I don't like when they start mixing colors and rainbow weddings and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? You're going to have people that are different sizes and shapes, and that's the beauty of it. And it's not all that everyone has to match perfectly. It's that these are the people you love, and they're your friends. And the number one thing about when choosing a bridesmaid's dress, the first question and the most important question you have to ask yourself as a bride is this a dress I would wear? Keep in mind, these are your friends, ladies, and you've asked them to be in your wedding because you love them. So make sure you don't put them in a dress that, you don't feel is beautiful. I really have to take my hat off to Kate Middleton to let Pippa walk out in that sexy dress. Now, to me, that shows a bride that's confident and empowered. I think that she did everything right on her wedding, and I think she'll go down in history as having one of the best wedding dresses ever. That, first of all, the dress fit her like a glove. It was perfectly appropriate for the wedding. Everything she did told her story. In her bouquet, she had a sprig of myrtle, which was carried by every single royal before her, starting with, I forget which royal was the first one that started the tradition. And also, every one of her flowers meant something to her, and one of the flowers was Sweet William, which I thought was very sweet. And her earrings, did anybody see her earrings up close? Her earrings were actually given to her by her parents as a gift. They were diamond studded, and they're a little oak leaf with a little acorn hanging down, which reflects back to the coat of arms that was given to them by the queen, which was the oak leaf and the acorn. So it all was personal, it was intimate, and it was their story. And I always say, make it about your story, because every single one of you has a story, and that's what you need to be saying at your wedding. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Portland. What a beautiful audience. Thank you so much. And I think I'm going to be taking pictures over here and signing autographs, and if you have any questions, just feel free to ask, okay?